the Lord. How y'all doing today, Facebook? How are you doing today? Let the power of the Lord be with you today. Today I'm gonna read the book of Matthew 24, verse 5. For many shall come in my name, say, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. So you have to be careful. You see what it says in that verse? A lot of people gonna come to you, tell you they pastor, they prophet, they a lot of things, and they really not, and they don't even have a relationship with God. The best thing I could tell anybody, always make sure you have a relationship with God. If you read the book of Matthew 24, verse 5, it tell you, many shall come in my name, say, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. You hear that word? Shall deceive many. So you have to be careful. You could see a church that open and God don't even know nothing about the church. You could see a person say, oh, God said this, God said that. And then they don't even have a relationship with God. How could God tell them? So you have to really be careful who come tell you stuff God said. Sometimes they're not even from God. You see, I just read Matthew 24, verse 5. I'm going to go to the book of Jeremiah 14, verse 14. It talk about it. So Jeremiah 14, verse 14. It said, then the Lord said unto me, the prophet and prophecy lie in my name. I send them not, neither have I commended them, neither have I spoke unto them that prophecy unto you as a fall vision and divination, and a thing of and deceit of their heart. See? You see how we just read Matthew 24, verse 5? It tell you how so many gonna come in my name and deceive so many. If you read Jeremiah 14, verse 14, it tell you about fake prophecy. Some people will say, oh, God said this, God tell you this, and God tell you that, and the person don't even know who God is. You have to be careful who tell you a prophet lied to you. Because some people, the prophet lied to you, they work with the flesh, and they work with whoever they want to work with. So you really have to be careful who you let say stuff to you. Because sometimes I had this one pastor, he said, oh, your husband this, that, your husband that. I'm like, okay, you have to be careful who you let prophecy to you. Because some people, they prophecy from the flesh. They don't even know who God is. God didn't even send them. Just if you have time, read Matthew 24, verse 5. Then after you read Matthew 24, verse 5, read Jeremiah 14, verse 14. It tell you about it. How y'all doing today? Then right now I'm gonna go to the book of Mark, and I'm gonna go to Mark 13. Mark 13, verse 6. For many shall come. So Mark 13, verse 6. It said, for many shall come in my name, say, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. You hear that again? And Mark 13, verse said, for many shall come in my name, say, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. So that not everybody's saying, Jesus. I mean, you have to be careful when people say God. Really be careful. See, look what it said. It said, for many shall come in my name, say, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. See, you see how I just read, when I read Matthew 24, verse 5, it tell you that. And then after that, I went to Jeremiah 14, verse 13. It tell you about fake prophecy. And then now I just read the book of Mark 13, verse 6. It talk about that. So sometimes we have to really be careful who we follow. Are they following Jesus? This way you have to have a relationship with God. When you start having a relationship with God, you will know when something is right and something wrong. That's why the best thing I always tell people, know who Jesus is. Because for you to get to God, you have to get to his son first. You have to get to know Jesus, then you could go to his dad. If you don't know who Jesus is, how could you go to his dad? The best thing I tell you, have a relationship with Jesus, then you get to his dad. Because you cannot have a relationship with God without having a relationship with his son. Because remember, God sent his only son to die for us. Tell me one person would send their son to die for us. Nobody. So he sent his only child to die for us, for our sin. Just know God loves us. God loves us. If God didn't love us, we wouldn't be here. Sometimes the person with that around us, we'll be like, oh, that's my friend, this and that. That could be our worst enemy. That person could be your enemy. But God could see stuff that we can't see. The best relationship, I would tell you, know who God is. First, seek God's kingdom. Get closer to God. Get closer to God and Jesus. For you to get to God, you got to know Jesus first. Because once you get close to Jesus, you get close to his daddy. Just be careful who you let prophecy over you. Always make sure you have a good relationship with God. Because if you have the best thing I could tell you, sometimes I see people be telling you, oh, God's going to give you a house, going to give you this and that. And the person don't even know who God is. Don't even have a relationship with God. The best thing in life, I will tell you, have a relationship with God. Because once you start having a relationship with God, everything going to come through for you. You know, God, the best relationship is with God. Because a person could always turn on you. God will never want to turn on you. God will never turn on you. We will turn on God, but God will never turn on us. He's the same God yesterday and today and tomorrow. He's the same God today and tomorrow and every other day. He's the same God. The same God yesterday, today, and tomorrow. God never a God that changes his mind. Oh, I'm not going to bless this person. God is never a God not going to do stuff for you. Just always remember, have a good relationship with God. Sometimes we wake up. The first thing I'll tell you when you get up in the morning, say, thank you, Father God, for waking me up this morning. Because guess what? There's a lot of people that wake up this morning. He chooses to wake you up this morning. If God wake you up this morning because he have a plan for you. Always tell him thank you. Sometimes God do stuff for me. I'll be like, wow, he did it. I'll be like, me out of the trillion children he have, he chose me to do it for me. That's why I always tell him thank you. That's why I worship him. That's why I get close. I get close to God. Because the love God has for you, nobody could love you like that. A husband could turn on you. A wife could turn on you. A children could turn on you. But God would never turn on you. And the love of God